Everybody, we are back. It is Taped On Live, favorite Raiders podcast, favorite Raiders channel, favorite Raiders everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Follow us on Twitter at @MarkJohnNFL for me, and then at BDWilliams18 for BD, PandaSups.com. Also, use TDF for 35% off. Make sure you get the protein going. You know what I'm saying? Get the workouts, get the push-ups. You know what I'm saying? It's cuffing season. The ladies are looking. So
yeah. I like that.
So it's cuffing season. Go to PandaSups.com. Get your protein. Get something to help you sleep. Make sure that body gets right. All right, BD. Where are we talking today? Houston Texans.
Are Raiders fans taking this one for granted?
I think so. See, offensively, I think it's gonna be easier to stop them because you got to focus on Damian Pierce. Now, it's not gonna be easy to stop him, but there's a focus. You want Davis Mills to beat you. I think defensively, they're pretty strong all around. You know what I'm saying? We dropped a preview with my man DJ, talked about it a little bit, but I'm talking about the defense and what I see from them as well. So, what do you think?
I mean, yes, defense definitely. That's a really good defense. Defense. Denver is also a really good defense. Raiders offense seem to do pretty well up against them, but within your own division, those games are always going to go a little different. You start going outside your division, you run up against a really good defense outside your division. And this one's at home for the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Defense travels, right? So we will see we'll see how good the Raiders offense is. A lot of people are saying, top 10. They are top 10 in a lot of metrics, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now they're going up against okay. Right. Yeah, analytics. Now they're also going up against the top 10 defense by analytics standards. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
So I think that definitely is a key here. And then let's also not forget here, Raiders fans. Raiders are 1-4.
Yeah. Number 2 pick in the draft right now, man.
They're not good. Okay. So every game is going to be a tough one. None of these are going to be freebies, right? So, what do you want to do first? You want me to jump into my breakdown? I'm breaking down the offense. Damian Pierce.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
break that down for us. Dog. Break down some Damian Pierce.
All right, let's do it. Damian Pierce. It's kind of fun if you're just a fan of football to watch him. A little worrisome though when your team is going to have to go up against him. Here's Damian Pierce. Okay, very explosive back here. We're going to get a little inside zone weak. Okay, watch him settle his feet and just explode. What? Like, this guy's almost like teleporting here. That is extremely swift. Just bananas. So we got a guy. Really good back, really explosive back, so much burst. You see this one, this guy gets beat inside. Okay, can't cut this one back. I guess I gotta bounce this one. No problem. Okay, and a little sick spin move inside. What? Gosh, I mean, he's good for one of these a game. He's gonna have an explosive run. It's almost a guarantee. Okay, but it's not even the explosive runs. It's like the little chunk runs here. Okay. Making something out of nothing. Okay, you see just this little crease. He's got such great vision, such efficient footwork where he's going to navigate that. I mean, look, you see this black line? Okay, that's his foot dragging on the ground. His feet are so close to the ground. He can make any move at any moment. Okay, and you just see him pile up 6, 7, 8-yard runs one after another. Here's a great example of that. Making something out of nothing here. Okay, what are we doing? We're setting up. Okay, linebacker wants to go over here. Let me jump cut. Okay, and then finish through contact, spin, still on his feet. Is he going down? No, he's still fighting. He's still on his feet. They're still trying to tackle him. Okay. This guy, really good runner. Here's another one. Okay. We're going to go ahead and bounce this one. And this one's really interesting. Okay. Watch his feet. He sees not 55. And so you see him speed up. He's going to speed up here to get away from 55. You see the burst to get away from 55. Most players are going to burst and run right into the back of their blocker. But you see him have that burst and then be able to settle his feet, okay, and make a cut despite going full speed. This is a really good back, okay? So how do you stop him? How do you stop him? Well, I would say the smartest way to do it is to crowd the box, play extremely aggressive, and hopefully 4 or 5 guys tackle him at a time, to be quite honest with you. That's how good of a back he is. The Chargers were a little bit riskier. They tried playing with a lighter box, tried to play a little bit more coverage because that's what they like to do, send some blitzes. That was also effective at times because the interior defensive line, in my opinion, is not very good. A lot of what Damian Pierce is doing, he's just making something out of nothing, to be quite honest with you. Okay, Jaguars had a fantastic game plan. They incorporated both of these. This is the same kind of look, 5 across the line, 1 linebacker. In this case, number 23, I'm not sure if that's a DB, but he's wearing a DB's number. Okay, and we got another DB, number 2, coming in here, getting involved in this run fit. Raiders are definitely going to miss Nate Hobbs. Okay, here's another one, crowding the line, getting 8 in the box. Okay, and just gang tackling. Look at watch this next play. Watch everyone they're all trying to tackle him, right? We're going to have 7 guys land on top of him each time he touches the ball. That's how you defend a back like this. You try to wear him out. Body blows. Now, let's talk about their quarterback. The one thing I will talk about with Davis Mills, from what I saw in my tape study, and Marcus, I know you're going to have more to say about Davis Mills. The one thing I will say about him is he's a guy, and when I say Davis Mills versus tight windows, he's a guy who wants to really see an opening, okay? He does not want to throw with anticipation. Obviously, Davis Mills, he's not an elite quarterback, but an elite quarterback is going to drive this in. It's going to hit this guy in stride as soon as he crosses this hash, okay? And we're talking about this drag, this over route, the deep drag at the bottom of the screen, okay? Davis Mills, he just wants to see the opening. He really, really wants to see the opening before he throws it, and it really causes him to throw late, in my opinion. Often, he's making these what should be catch it in stride and turn up the field into very difficult to catch passes for his receivers. Okay, here's another example. Okay, again, watch this guy. This is a great scheme, in my opinion. Okay, I think this is a great call. The near slot in the bunch, he's going to go up the field. Davis Mills needs to throw this with anticipation if he has a shot. Okay, he's also staring this guy down, which allows the corner to come off if he's, working his eyes in different places here. Maybe that doesn't happen either. Okay, and he needs to see this guy put his foot in the ground before he lets go of the ball. Look how long he's holding this. It just allows everyone to converge, and he's forcing his receivers to make like highlight reel catches anytime they catch the ball. There's never like a routine one for them. Okay, this is another one, and this is just how hard it is to play quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. Okay, we're getting the little tight end, this little pop pass. Tight end's open. Okay, tight end's open now.
Mm-hmm.
Tight end's open now. Tight end's open. Tight end's open. Tight end's open. Okay, it takes a while for him to throw. Why? Because the rush is there. He needs to reset his feet. Okay, and when you have to take a couple more hitches, now your guy gets popped as soon as he catches the ball. Okay, and again, that's just the difference in the NFL. Okay, I mean, this tight end, credit to him, he makes an incredible play after the catch here somehow. Okay, but again, the level of difficulty is extremely hard, and when you run up against teams and that can play tight man coverage, okay, we're looking at the slot at the top of the screen here. We're going to get a little drag route. Okay, when you play tight man coverage, again, he wants to see the window. He is not going to throw with anticipation. You have a chance to contest catches all game. Sometimes it looks great, like the ones we saw before. Most times, I would say it looks like this: DBs defending the pass, because he is very often late, especially against man coverage. Here's another example. 22 at the bottom of the screen does a fantastic job of this, just playing so super tight man coverage. Okay. And again, here's another one. The scheme of this, because so many guys, it's like a 3-man braid here. Okay. So many guys are crossing around. They're creating traffic for the quarterback. You see him just tap the ball just a little bit there. Watch him tap the ball. Okay. Hesitate just a little bit. He's a little late because he wants to see it, ends up throwing into traffic. So that's just my opinion of Davis Mills. I'm not worried about him. I think the Raiders need to stack the box, play a lot of cover one, blitz the guys off the edge, give them a lot to work with up front, okay, and keep it real simple. Just attach to your guy on the back end. I don't think you have to do too much exotic things for Davis Mills. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the game plan is about stopping Damian Pierce and getting him out of the game, making sure that you can control him a little bit. I mean, he's going to get his, like you showed. I mean, for some points, you guys they're not going to be able to tackle him. There'll be certain points where the defensive line wins, and he's still going to get like 5 or 6 yards. But they have to be able to control him, in my opinion, more than stop him right now. I mean, he's healthy, he's young. He's ready to go as a running back. He didn't get a lot of carries in Florida, so he's ready to get 20 carries a game. That's what Lovie Smith said this past game. So you're getting 20 carries a game from Damian Pierce. So they're gonna feed him heavy.
Yes.
But
yes.
I think that's also going to be on the Raiders' offense to get up on this team and force them out of that and make Davis Mills beat them, because that's a big thing. I mean, what you showed is Davis Mills is basically like a backup quarterback, in my opinion. That's basically what it looks like. To be honest, I was shocked that they didn't draft or try to bring somebody in to compete with him. They just kind of gave him the job. That was interesting off the way he played last year. I mean, I know he had a good game against the Chargers, but everybody's like, "Oh, you play good against Justin Herbert, you're a superstar." I don't know. I don't understand that thought process, but I mean, but that's basically.
Did he have a good game against the Chargers?
Yeah. They put like 41. He had like 3 touchdowns.
Wait, you talking about last year?
Last year, yeah. Not
last year. Okay.
They didn't play the Chargers this year, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
that was in there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying. They did play the Chargers, huh? I mean, they almost came back and won that game, though. They did, but I'm just writing Damian.
Garbage time. It was like 27-7 at one point. Garbage time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
if you can get up on this team, it's good. You don't have to worry about anything. You just have to have some plans for this cover 2 defense, which I'm gonna go over, and how to attack them, and that's basically how you gotta look at it. I think you gotta have a lot of Josh Jacobs and make sure these guys are playing from behind, and that's how you beat this team for sure.
Yeah. The only thing I'll add before we jump over to the defense is the interior of their offensive line doesn't look great. I think that the entire offensive line as a whole struggles to pick up stunts. And then those interior guys, anytime there is some kind of breakdown in the run scheme, it's one of those guys, especially the left guard, number 59, I think his number is. He's like a rookie. He was looking real shaky out there. So if there's ever been a game where the Raiders' interior defensive line steps up, it's got to be this one, because in my opinion, those guys don't look too hot. So, but yeah, let's kick it over to this Houston Texans defense. Lovie Smith. Okay, before you jump in, perfect timing for Lovie Smith coming back into the NFL. Cover 2, coming back, making a comeback. So I'm happy for the man for that reason. Hopefully it doesn't work too well against the Raiders this weekend. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's definitely not your grandpa's cover 2. Definitely not the old school Tampa 2 from 20 years ago. Definitely updated. Definitely a lot of man match inside of it. I mean, they're not going to be just playing pure cover 2 in some of those situations. It's very updated, which I like about it. I think there's a lot more movement to it, and he's putting the players into it to fit. And I mean, the weakness right now is the linebackers, and probably running the football. I think that's something they struggle with. So we're going to go over that. That attacking the run, and making sure that should be the main focus of this game. I think Josh Jacobs should eat a lot because this pass defense is nasty, and it's going to be a lot of dinking and dunking if you want to try to go through the air. So definitely want to try to get this running game going. So we'll definitely go over that for sure. All right, let's get it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, so we go ahead and start off with the Texas defense here. Look at their cover two, a little bit of their passing scheme and what they like to do against the pass. You can tell how clean they are. You see it. Look at their drops, perfectly in their drops right there. And they're well trained in this cover two. And a great tackle here by Steven Nelson. He's having a great year. So you can see how disciplined they are from every single position and running cover two. Now, the pass rush, I mean, really you don't see too much pass rushes. He's a good rush there by 55 and Jerry Hughes, but his cover two, man, I mean, it's really tough to play against. You can see they are clean and they close fast. You see, watch here on the linebacker. You've seen this play before from the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? It's basically called Z curl a little bit. So get the Z right here, get that little flat route that probably Herbert should have took, but he tried to fit into this window. And what happened is this linebacker did a good job kind of baiting him into that window. And watch it come back into it right there and get an easy interception that he drops. Like I said, I mean, they are really, really disciplined in cover two. It's hard to pass the football on them consistently. It just is, because there's not a lot of the windows are so tight. They make sure that you want to throw everything into tight windows. Here you go, another one. 2nd and 8. See another one just trying to make you throw in the tight windows. See the linebacker gets right back into that window, which forces Trevor Lawrence to try to throw that ball high because he wants to get over the linebacker. Almost throws an interception. See how the linebacker gets back to his drop, though, right? How quick he is to back to his drop. Mixes everything up, right? You see, and even when they're running cover two, you see the safeties are they move a little differently, right? There's a lot of communication in the back end. They're really sound players. Another look here. More cover two here, bam. Different look. See, they're trying to get it here into Zay Jones on this one. Basically the same kind of look they had against Chargers, but like I said, that window is so small. Those windows are small, they're tiny, and they close. They're good players. I'm talking about 32s, but 32's made a couple plays you've already seen. Have to play action, come back around. Great play by 32. And here's another one, 4th and 4. This one's Steven Nelson right here. This is a great play by Steven Nelson. Sorry, not Steven Nelson. The linebacker, or safety, 25 right there. Made a great play on the ball. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're disciplined everywhere on these defenses, man. It is hard to pass the football on this football team. It is not easy. Another one, nice play. In the red zone, man, they're 5th in the red zone percentage defensively coming into this game. So you see how good they are. Just nothing there. Nothing on this. Like I said, discipline cover two. It's hard to throw against cover two in the red zone, especially when you get a discipline like this. It's too high. You got guys everywhere dropping. There's nothing for Trevor Lawrence. He tries to force it in there. Nothing. Nada. 2nd and 1 for Trevor Lawrence against this same red zone defense. This is where you see Derek Stingley just shows his talent right there. Watch him get back to his drop. Right here. Find
Zay Jones, awesome. Find Zay Jones, turn around, find the football, interception. That's just that's that's why you're a top 5 pick right there. So this defense not is not for the weak. I tell you that, man. Look at this. These guys are everywhere. Petrie right there. Boom, boom, intercepted. Petrie. I don't know. It was Petrie. I'm not sure. But attacking this team, you just got to attack the seams, right? Got to attack the seams. Look at that nice throw from Trevor Lawrence right there, attacking that middle of the field open. What do they say, middle of the field open? Because the middle of the field is open. That's exactly why you call it that. It's not closed, right? Give it the fight, fit this ball in the tight windows. Great throw right here, right there on the money, right over the linebackers. Good catch, but it's gonna be open on the middle of the field. I mean, you're gonna be able to test these linebackers. You're gonna get these shots. You're gonna get these shots all game right here. Another one gets to Zay Jones. Of course, he drops it. It says my bad. I practiced real hard though. I practiced really hard. uh, but my point exactly. You're gonna have to hit these tight window throws. It is not going to be easy. See this one from Mr. Herbie. If you ever get to it, here we go. Ready to get to it, guys. Ready to get to the throw. So here we go to Herbert. You're saying come to the slant flat, the dragon side, come back side. Right? It's got a little peel route type of thing. Hits it. It's a great catch. A little underthrown, in my opinion. But right? Backside, like I said, middle of the field, open, hit it, get that red zone. You got to hit that throw. Great catch. Petrie was in position, man. Definitely could have, let him a little bit better, in my opinion. But hey. You also got these little outside routes. For some reason they love to give out the outside. I like this design here. You get him in inside leverage, right? You got him outside in the corner. He's pressing this guy, and then by the time he gets out there on the stick route, there's nothing there for him. Boom, first down, get us some quick yards. But the main thing you want to do on these guys, let's keep it real, guys. Let's keep it real. The Raiders got to run the rock. They got to run the football. I mean, this is basically a team that you have to just run the football on. Look at this, the little zone read. Stingley comes and plays Lawrence, but he leaves Etienne Jr. with so much space. He has a big run right here. First down on the zone read. And some of these linebackers just don't fill. You can tell some of these boxes. I mean, they're built. This team is built to stop the pass. They're coming to stop the pass, like most NFL teams are these days. You can run the football. All these guys look at 51 getting pushed back. What is he doing? What is he even getting? Nothing. Ain't nothing there. See, the Chargers just ran all over these boys, man. Ran all over them, right? So we get a little split zone action here. Look at these holes. Look at ain't nothing there. Petrie trying to get up there, but doesn't matter. He's too late. Misses Eckler. Touchdown. Chargers ran all over him. See, in the red zone, yeah, they're a great red zone team, but if you can run the ball, you can beat them. So here we get a little draw. I like this one, halfback draw. Great block from Everett right there. Boom. And just nobody there. Like there's not a single soul. And that's an easy run for Austin Eckler to the outside. Touchdown. And it's like I said, Austin Eckler can't run the ball on anybody, but he did on the Texans. He ran the ball on the Texans. You see it one more time here. Go outside zone this time. Good job finding the cutback by Eckler. But look at 51 just get pushed out of the way. Like 51 is just not a good run defender. Pushes him out of the way. 56 push out of the way. Look at big run. And we got another one right here. James Robinson. Look at that hole, man. It's all day, man. All day.
All right, so so that was the defense. Like I said, you see a lot of that cover two. A lot of the players that got over there. I mean, Jalen Petre, he's definitely a dog over there. Derek Stingley, and some of the pass rushers, they're coming up with them. Jerry Hughes having a good year, and some of those players that they're looking at, and of course some of the other safeties that they got over there. So I mean, the Texans are going to be playing really strong defense. You're not going to be able to pass on them very well. You're not going to get a lot of deep plays. Unless they got some kind of game plan Josh McDaniels doesn't know about. It's gonna be tough, man. Nobody else has been able to do it. They played some of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, and they have been able to get it done. I know Justin Herbert had a pretty decent game against them, but it didn't last very long, and allowed them to come back and start getting some stops. So yeah, it's gonna be tough to move the football on this team and through the air, but through the run game, it definitely can get it done for sure.
Yes. So this is a really fun defense to watch, based on everything they do against the pass. Okay. And all that stuff is great if you can stop the run with a light box. Okay. You were telling me before the show started, you were talking about Josh Jacobs' yard per carry against too high schemes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's something that really you want to play these defenses that do all this stuff, all this too high stuff and all the man match. Okay, these are the best coverages to defend the pass, bar none. That's the best coverage in football to defend the pass. You run the ball and you make them drop a safety down. Now they can't play those things anymore.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best way to attack this team is to run the ball. So really, we got to see a monster effort from Josh Jacobs. We get these safeties to start dropping, especially these young guys. Jalen Petre, he's still a rookie, so yeah, he's playing great. He can get caught. Like, this is the time now, as a rookie, right?
Yeah.
Get him creeping up against Josh Jacobs, and we go over the top, something like that. But that's gonna be key, is getting the run game going.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts you got about Texans or preview? I mean, the Raiders got to win this game. It's a must win, if any. The other more talented teams. So we'll see how this goes.
They're all must wins from here on out for the Raiders. So
sure.
Hopefully we see that level of urgency from them finally. One thing I want to ask you before we get out of here. I put out a tweet earlier on in the season talking about heavyweight matchups. Devontae Adams talked about some of the corners that the Raiders are going to face. Devontae Adams, will probably draw some of those guys in man coverage. In your opinion, would you add Derek Stingley to that list, pay-per-view match? What would you say he's there yet?
I wouldn't say it would be a pay-per-view match. They're just going to play so much cover two that, you're not going to see a lot of those man coverages. So I wouldn't expect that type of match because they play so much zone. You know what I mean? So if they play in all that zone like that, and I wouldn't expect him to be like lined up and following him around like Patrick Surtain was. That's not that type of thing. Maybe later on in his career he'll get to that point, but right now they're a zone defense. So you're not gonna see a lot of movement from them.
All right on. All right, that's it for me, Raider Nation. Good to go, man.
Peace out, guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Peace.
Let y'all. All right, perfect.